Crafting Vicky here with you, and today I'm here to make some Christmas cards. I know we just celebrated Easter and Christmas, but it's gonna come fast enough and you need to get ready for it. And as you know, I had received some beautiful products from InLoveArt, so I really wanted to play with them, and that's what we're doing today. So we're going to be making at least one big 6x6 card. I don't know if we're going to get to make two, because often when I make bigger cards like that, I don't often have the time to make two, especially since I'm going to be using some dies. But we shall see. So we're using those beautiful papers from Winter Story. All the links to the products I'm going to be using are in the description box below, as well as a discount code if you're interested in going to purchase some. So let's get going, because otherwise time is gonna fly by. And I figured for this card I would use one of my own sentiments, because of the fact that I need some French sentiments for some Christmas cards, and usually I get an order for about 10 Christmas cards during the Christmas time, obviously. And the thing is, I need to have some ready, and last year I did them last minute, and it's always very stressful, so I'm hoping not to be stressed this year and to get some done ahead of time. So I pulled out this here. It's an AC cardstock, and so is this 12x12 paper, which I cut into two, and then I did the same for this. I figured I could use this because the paper would go really well with it. So that's what we're going to be doing, and I need to figure out which one I'm going to be using for this. I wonder if I could use something like this, because I'm going to use this here, which has a little it's going to have a little scene of a little snowman, and then I could put Joyeux Noël on this side maybe, and it would already have something on the top, which might be fun. So I think that might be a good solution for this. And I'm not going to put any other paper, because if I do, then I'm going to hide some of the beautiful background, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. I just need a pencil to make a mark. And I'm going to leave a section, because I'd like to do a lot of layering, and I figure because the snowman is going to be white, to have a little bit of white all around the card would be a good thing. And of course, as soon as I start filming, that's when the sun comes out. It's been dark all day. Oh boy, it's been so windy. It's been terrible, and it's been pretty cold as well. Which is surprising at this time of year that it's so cold. But it hasn't snowed per se, but they do announce on Tuesday the possibility of snow flurries. So not super excited about that, but you know, it's to be expected. Sometimes in April you get a little bit of snow. Sorry. So I will put this here and do my marks as well. And I'm not going to glue everything down yet, because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, and so on. So now I could go and use my bigger, I put out my little sidekick. I could use my Big Shot, and then use the Big Shot to actually use this in the middle of that paper. But I'm thinking I'm gonna just use part of this, cut a strip that's going to be wide enough and use that. Just because I don't feel like, I hate wasting, but I don't feel like pulling out the big shot. And it's pretty big, and it's also doesn't run as well because it's kind of broken and I need to get another one and I haven't. So I need to make the investment, but I don't know, because look, it's coming apart. I really need to invest in a new one, and it's an investment because I do use my big shot, but because it's broken I don't use it as much, I find. Okay, so remove the extra little tab. So I guess because I'm going to do that, I might as well put the sentiment at the same time. Like put the rectangle for the sentiment at the same time, I guess. So I was thinking of using this, which is going to require something like that. So I need to use the bigger one. The bigger one for the outside. So let's do that. This is the most economical way of making your cards if you've got the big machine. If you didn't, you could use the smaller machine, but you're gonna need to have this is so strange that it's cut that way. I can make it an impression. I understand why. Oh well, it's gonna be that way because I'm not changing it. I'm not redoing this. And I've lost the other pieces. Where did I put the rest? Okay, so this is out. This is the frame I'm gonna need. And I can put that away. And I make sure to leave the plate on because it's the best way to make sure that I don't lose the plate and that, you know, when I'm looking for it, I have it. Okay, so then the sentiment will be done with that when we're ready for that. For now, this is gonna look like this. So something like that. And then I'm gonna have the frame for the snowman, and the sentiment can go over here. It's pretty like square-ish, but I still think it's gonna work well. Now, just gonna remove the little tabs. Take a pair of pliers. They're really easy to remove, but I prefer using my little pliers that I use for jewelry making. Just to make sure that I don't break any other tools. I guess those are the mitts. I'm not sure if I'm going to put mitts or not. I'll wait until I have the scarf on to this like that. And then this is the hat, which comes in 3 pieces. And I need to figure out which colors I'm going to use. That might be the biggest difficulty here. So I need some white for the snowman. So we can use the envelope that we'd used last time to make the snowman. I'm going to put that further out. And just cut that. Now I wonder if I could put the hat to be white and then the top and the to be in another color. That would look good with this. Okay, so put that over here. I love this little sidekick because it's so small and it's not expensive, so for if you don't use dies a lot, which I used to use my dies quite a lot more than I do now, but if you don't use dies a lot, then this little machine would be plenty for you to use some dies. And eventually, if you discover that you really love using dies, then you can invest in a bigger machine. But you're not going to feel like you wasted money on a bigger machine, and also sometimes it takes more room, obviously, to store, and not everybody has a lot of room in their craft room, so that might be a consideration as well that you have to think about. Okay, now I need a little black piece for the little eyes. So I guess I'm going to use just this little piece. Just why, you know, like you keep little scraps. I know, they're very small, but it doesn't matter. Still need the little strips sometimes. So those are the little eyes. I just need to make sure that I don't lose them, because that might happen. So put those aside, and they're gonna go in the little spots. They could be the right thing as well to use as buttons if you wanted to do buttons, but in my case I'm not gonna do a button because I've got the scarf and the little guy is not gonna be, you know, like, oh man, just want to make, okay, well, let's just say I'll assemble him later because this is not gonna work out for me. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this just in case I lose the eyes, because that is entirely possible. Okay, so I've got this, I've got that, I've got the eyes. Put the eyes aside. Now I need the pieces for the little snowman, and they need to fit with the colors that I was using. And it's pretty much, this is pretty much the same cardboard, so I could use that. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, I don't have anything to lose on doing that, especially since this is a piece of scrap that's just the right size for this. I kind of think it was meant to be. And yes, I could put some washi tape, but I don't feel like pulling it out, and it would help if I align my things properly. This one needs to be a little bit more that way. Just want to run it again just to make sure that all my cuts are well done. Whoops. Okay, so this we'll need the sidekick for the sentiment later, but I'm going to put it aside just for now and see how I like this. So this would be the base. Then I would put my little guy like right over here, put the little eye in, and the other little eye in, oops, like so, and then put the scarf, and put the hat. Oops, like so. That piece underneath. I don't think I like that piece being white, so I'll probably make another one. I kind of like the rest. Like the fact that it fits with the frame and it's going to fit with the sentiment. Now it's just then I wonder if I could put, let's say, some thinking maybe some stickles on the hat. Maybe that's what I could do. Where's my bin where I have some stickles? Oh, there it is. So I could put the this one, which is like the crystal color, I think. Doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say, but I'm thinking like I could put that all over the hat to make the hat a little bit different. Or I could do a hat a totally different color. But I kind of like having it not too many colors. So maybe I'm gonna keep it that way then. Okay, so now I need to assemble this properly before anything else. And then I'll put in the stickles, and while I'm doing the sentiment, this way it dries a bit while I'm doing the rest. Gonna be like that. I could put the mitts. I put this down. Oops. I don't put too much. but enough so that it sticks. Like that. I have lines, so I kind of have to make sure that it's aligned, because otherwise it's going to look really crooked. Usually I'm not very picky about that, but in this case it's going to look weird, I think. I'm going to put him in the middle of my little frame. Okay, I'm going to take care of the little eyes before I lose them. It's kind of fun assembling dies like this. I don't do it a lot, but it is fun. Okay, so this, and then if I do that, how would it look if there was mitts? Oh, it could be like over the top here, like kind of under the scarf and over the top. That might be fun. So let's see if I can make them out of the black. I think that little piece would have enough to do my two little mitts, maybe. So let's see if I can make this work. Otherwise I've got another piece, but if I can make it work with something that's clearly going in the bin, then that's even better. Okay. Yes. And on the other side I've got plenty, so I'm not going to be as worried. I'm really using all the little bits. But this paper, this black paper was fun because it was one of those that has like kind of a brilliant side to it, like it's kind of shiny. I don't know if you can see it on here, how it is a bit shiny, which is fun. Okay, so then I can throw this away because clearly now I haven't lost my piece. And as I figured, I'm only gonna have time to make one card. I thought that might happen because it is a much longer process when I'm making it with dies like this. Feels like he's gonna look like a panda. Unless I do unless I do it that it's done in white. Let's try this again, but in white, and then I'm thinking maybe I could use the top part of the mitt after. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be using this at all or not at all. I'm not convinced. There's days like that where it doesn't necessarily work out the way I want it, but you know, need to try, and it's only paper, so no big deal. Okay, so I'm thinking that the little white arms look better, definitely. Yeah, they definitely look better. And then do I put just like the top part of the mitt, or I just leave it like that? I think I might just leave it like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue his little arms. Like so. But I mean, I've used envelope paper, so there's really, like, once you've purchased some items like this beautiful background, some of the rest can be very easily procured without having much expenses. Okay, so this, and then I'm gonna put this needs to be just under there, so I'm gonna glue that one first, and then I'll glue the blue piece over it. And then this. Here we go. And then what I'm thinking of doing is, first of all, find my little needle, which I don't know where it went. There it is, to cover my glue. Then I'm gonna put this here on the hat just to make it pop. You could put it over the snowman as well, but I really want the hat to be a little bit different than the rest of his body, which is why I'm gonna do it that way. I could even do a little bit of it on the top. Kind of defines the hat and the scarf versus the little snowman. I think that's fun. See how sparkly it is? Okay, now I'm gonna put that aside while I cut out the sentiment. So these are from my sentiment sheet. There's they come in 4 colors. You've got the gray, you've got the black, you've got the red and the green, and they come in both French and English, so you've got both if you want. Whoa. Into my little drawer of dies in the bin. I hope I didn't have any that fell. Don't think so. Okay, and then I knew that it was gonna be a long card, this one, and I was right. It's always longer when I use dies like this, but it turned out super adorable, I think. So I'm just gonna run this over the sentiment. So there's not a lot of French sentiments out there, so I really like the fact that this is French and you've got more, gives you more alternatives to Merry Christmas. And I'm just gonna because it was, oh shoot, don't like it. So I put that there, my little plates. Just gonna cut this just slightly. Okay, and then bring back my card and put it just over here. And voila, we've got a finished card, and I really love it. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing this process and that you go and check out InLoveArt. Don't forget to use a discount code if you do. And that's it for me for this week. So have a fabulous week, guys. Bye.